Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am MrSimside and today I want to talk about my personal feature wish list for Planet Coaster 2. For those of you who haven't played Planet Zoo so far, I also wanted to showcase some confirmed things I already know from Planet Zoo that you can even better imagine how it's going to be in Planet Coaster 2 after it is released, because some of the things I already used a lot in Planet Zoo. So that's why we are here today in Planet Zoo to show off some things. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and yeah, let's start. The first thing I want to talk about are the guest spawners, which will be available as a bus version and a ferry version in Planet Coaster 2. We already know them from Planet Zoo, so this is how it looks like. Those are recolorable, so you can just edit the color of the bus of different parts and guests will spawn directly out of them. So this could be useful to create your own parking lots and add some buses in here as well. For a seaside or a pier, like park, you can also use the ferry ones. You just put down the ferry, you can again recolor it as you want and then connect the path to this ending zone in here, and guests will leave the ferry into your park. So these two types of guest spawners are already confirmed, so we will definitely see them. For what I've seen from the screenshots, I think they will look pretty much the same, maybe some more details, but as of now I can just tell they look pretty much the same as here in Planet Zoo. The next thing I want to talk about is the option to add vending machines. In Planet Coaster 1, the vending machines were placed down onto or next to the pathing. So when you place them down, they were always here next to it, with adding an extra part of the pathing, and it wasn't that usable and not the best implementation. In Planet Zoo they already changed how it works, and they will be the same in Planet Coaster 2. So for example, if you want to place down this vending machine, you just have to place them down. You can rotate them freely on the path and you can just put it down or link it to the edge of the pathing. So I will place down some of them. They are really nice to use in Planet Zoo already, and they will be similar in Planet Coaster 2. I also wanted to talk about shop counters. In one of my last videos I already talked about them because they are already confirmed as well. And instead of just the regular boxes, which are pretty big, pretty bulky, and not always easy to use, you can also use the counters. For example, here the Pipshot water counter, you place them down and then you can freely design around it. As we are now in the building, you can just create with some building pieces. Let's try with this one. You can put around your walls as you want to. Yeah, sometimes it's a little. Then you can also add this one. I have just to adjust the size, and then it will fit perfectly. With these counters, it's really easy to build your custom shops, because you can add anything on top of it. So for example, if I take this one and want to just add it in here, I can turn them around and make it look like I want it to, and also hide, for example, the complete counter behind it. So that's a pretty nice addition. Those counters are already confirmed, and what I've seen in the key art is this little food truck. This is just a scenery piece you can add to the counter, and then it looks like an actual food truck, which is pretty damn nice. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this addition, and they work just as regular shops. The next thing I want to talk about is restaurants, because I really hope we get something like restaurants in Planet Zoo for Planet Coaster as well. We had already restaurants in Planet Coaster 1, but these were only boxes which could be attached to a base building, like they did with the hotels. In Planet Zoo, they added a bigger building which has a counter. People are coming here to just get a table in your restaurant. You have a nice view into the kitchen from here, and then they go down the hallway, turn right, and will be seated at the connected tables. In Planet Zoo, we had two types of table which could be connected. I really hope if they add the same mechanism that we will have much more options for tables to add, because two were just too less in my opinion. Here is also someone working in the kitchen. You can just hide this in a nice view if you want to edit the building. You can also put walls around it, for example, like this. You can make an open kitchen or just a closed one. You're totally free. The guests will just be teleported to the table. So as you can see right now, the guy is going down the hallway, and shortly after turning right, you will see him sit on a table with something to eat or drink, which is also pretty cool. It's not 100% realistic because they're not walking towards the tables, but I think it's just fine. And yeah, it is a big improvement in comparison to Planet Coaster 1. How does that work? You can just click on the restaurant, click on connect tables, and then you can select or deselect the tables you want to add, confirm your selection, and then all tables will be usable in here. You can also activate and deactivate the food you want to provide, and have the statistics as of now. So that's I have really big hopes that we get something like this in Planet Coaster as well. The next amazing thing in Planet Zoo, which was added pretty late in a free update, are gift shops. Here you can see a fully working gift shop. You just place down a base of the modular souvenir shop. This base is always in the same size. It contains one part of this shelf and the counter to pay for your guests. Afterwards, you can add multiple extensions. These extensions are always 4x4 meters. You add them in here and make your gift shop as big as you want. You can also place down shelves just by duplicating them and place it down. They will be fully usable, and you can just exchange, for example, the spider heads, and they are added. People can walk freely in this area, select what you want and what they want, and go to the counter to pay their gifts they want to get. You can add all the scenery pieces, building pieces around it. So this is the perfect option or perfect possibility to create your own gift shops and a really big improvement in comparison to just the small Heads Fantastic or just the Memento shops, and make parks just a lot more realistic. You can also duplicate this one. So if you have a really big souvenir shop, you can just duplicate the counter as well, that you have two vendors working in here, and it will be a lot faster for people to pay if it's really crowded in here. Now you can already see the second vendor is coming and will start his shift. The next thing I want to talk about are viewing areas. For example, for maybe some indoor shows or custom cinema. If you use the event sequencer, I think it would be a pretty nice addition if we would have viewing areas. Those viewing areas were also a thing in Planet Zoo, because you can connect them to a speaker point. This is the speaker point where educators are talking about the animals in this habitat. In Planet Coaster 2, I could imagine that you can connect these viewing points maybe to a tour, like for parades, or to a vista point that people can watch maybe a predefined animatronic show or something. This would be a really, really nice addition. You can also recolor them. So if I want to have green benches, that's absolutely no problem. The stairs could be in a lighter color. And if you just then set, I will adjust this to February, that we hopefully see some people going up here very, very soon. Yes, as the show is beginning in a few days, people are already sitting down onto the viewing areas and will watch the educator talking about the animals in here. This would be an amazing addition for shows, for parades or something like this, and it already works in Planet Zoo. So I really have high hopes that we also get something like this in Planet Coaster 2 one day with an additional update. Maybe we can also use Vista points and connect entertainers, and they just do some of pre-made animations or so, that you can just have kind of shows with your entertainers. This would be a really nice addition. When I think of parades, I would really love to see those parades in Planet Coaster 2. When I thought of making parades possible, I had the idea that you can use a thing similar to the tour guides in Planet Zoo. For example, if you have or want to add an education tour through your zoo, you can place down tour points, which are these ones. I think maybe in Planet Coaster 2 for parades, you can just place down them kind of invisible, but after you added those to your path, you have those spots. Usually you add them beside an habitat of an animal, then you can click on it and connect with the tour manager. You can set a starting point and also select the tour points and bring them into a nice order, because you want to define how the people are moving through your zoo when they are on this tour. So this could be the same for parades, that you just add different points where maybe the parade will also stop and make some kind of animation and interaction with the guests, and then move on till the end. After you selected all the points, you can also set time when it's running, and this would be, in my opinion, the perfect opportunity to make parades possible in Planet Coaster 2. The last thing I want to talk about today is the cinematic camera option. In the camera modifier, you have the option to choose Cinema Route Editor. After opening this, I already prepared a cinematic tour. You can move with your in-game camera and put down keyframes for this route, and the game will automatically make a smooth transition between those keyframes. Afterwards, you can also click on them and edit them with the already known gizmo. You can rotate it and adjust the view of it. For example, what this will look like, I will just jump in and hit the play button because it is really, really nice to view. This would be the perfect addition to make nice cinematic shots from your parks, especially for content creators. So I really hope this function will also be in Planet Coaster 2. You can also adjust the speed of it. So if I put it on +14, then it will be much faster. So for example, that's a little too fast, but you can also slow it down, so it will be a really, really slow route. If you want to create a new route, you can just click the plus. Then you select the spot you want. For example, I want to start here. I add a keyframe. Then I zoom in and turn the camera around like this. I put in a second keyframe below this one. Then we will turn around in this view. And after this, I can already test it, and you can see the automatically generated route through your park with a nice view of the camera. It is an amazing feature, and I would love to use this for my future videos in Planet Coaster 2 a lot. So I think that's it for today. These were the 3 already confirmed features, like the guest spawners, staff paths, and the counters and vending machines for Planet Coaster 2, and the things I really want to have in Planet Coaster 2 which are not yet confirmed by Frontier Developments. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like, comment down below what else you would like to see as a feature in Planet Coaster 2. And I want to thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.